Hello students, good morning. I am Dhirendra, Modern English School, New Area, Senior Wing. This is second part of video lecture. This is for class 8, first lesson of geography. Chapter's name is resource. Today we will study types of resources. How many types of resources are there? We can classify resource in three categories: natural, human-made, and human resource. We will study step by step. So, first we will study about natural resource. Natural resource means what? The resource which are obtained from nature directly. Means resources which are used directly without much modification. For example, air, water, minerals. These are free gift of nature. This can be used without modification. But some resources require modification to be used in best way. Natural resource is further divided into different categories on the basis of development and use, origin, stock, and distribution. So, on the basis of development and use, we can classify natural resource in two categories: actual resource and potential resource. Actual resource means what? Actual resource is that resource which are being used and whose quantity is well known. For example, coal deposit in Ruhr region of Germany, petroleum in West Asia, and black soil in Maharashtra. These are actual resources because these are being used and we know the quantity of these resources. But the resources whose quantity is unknown, the resources which are not being used, is called potential resource. Dear students, uranium in Ladakh can be considered as potential resource because their amounts are not known and they are not being used. Dear students, question may arise that why potential resources are not being used. Answer is that due to lack of knowledge, due to lack of technology, they are not being used. For example, 200 years ago, wind energy was potential resource because in lack of technology and knowledge they were not being used. But today we are utilizing wind energy. You can find this in Netherlands, Tamil Nadu, and in coastal areas of Gujarat. Wind energy is used to generate electricity. Dear students, on the basis of origin, we can classify natural resource in two categories, biotic and abiotic. Biotic means what? Living thing. Abiotic means non-living thing. Biotic means animals and plants are biotic resource, and abiotic means soil, rocks, minerals. These are abiotic, means these are non-living. Further, on the basis of stock, resources can be divided into two parts: renewable resource, non-renewable resource. Renewable, renew, re means फिर से, new means नया. Renew means the resources which get renewed or replenished is called renewable resource. For example, solar energy, wind energy, these are the resources which cannot be affected by human activities, and these are unlimited in stock. But some resources or some renewable resources seems to be unlimited, but in reality they are not. For example, forest, water, these are the resource which is, when used carelessly, they are affected by human activity. For example, if we use water carelessly, if we cut the forest carelessly, this will take time to be restored. So, renewable resources also should be used carefully. Non-renewable resources means what? The resource which cannot be replenished or renewed easily. For example, iron ore, deposit of oil, petroleum. These are the stock which, when exhausted, it would take 1,000 years to be restored or to be reformed, which is more than lifespan of human being. Lifespan of human being is only 70 years. And to form petroleum, iron ore, it would take 1,000 years. I mean to say, why this is called non-renewable because time taken to restore these resources is much more than lifespan of human being. That's why these are called non-renewable resources. On the basis of distribution, we can classify natural resource in two parts, ubiquitous and localized. Ubiquitous means what? The resource which are present everywhere. The resource which are present everywhere is called ubiquitous resource. For example, air and water. Localized resource means the resource which are available or which are present in certain areas of a country is called localized resource. Dear students, can you guess why distribution of resources are differ? Why distribution of resources are differing from region to region and country to country? Well, students, this depends on the physical factor of terrain, climate and altitude. And as we know, all these factors differ so much over the earth. That's why resources or deposition of resources are differing from area to area and country to country. Human-made resource. Some resources require to be transformed to be used. I told you some resources are used directly and some resources require to be transformed to be used. How they are transformed? They are transformed with the help of technology. They are transformed with the help of human knowledge. For example, iron ore is not used by human being. Iron ore cannot be used by human being. But when we develop technology to extract iron from iron ore, we can use iron. This is importance of human. And tomorrow we will study about human being, the best resource in the world. Why we consider human as the best resource? Tomorrow we will discuss. That's all. Good day. Stay at home to fight with Corona.